Most founders overestimate what they can achieve within 2 months when it comes to capital raising, but underestimate what they can achieve in over 2 years. Now let me explain. So when it comes to raising money, we typically get into a stage, before we go into a capital raise, we get into a stage where we build up our confidence, we build up our, our energy to go through the process, because we get geared on this idea that you need to spend, a good sort of 3 to 6 months raising capital once every 2 years, right? And that's typically not the most effective way to do it, but that's for another video. So one of the things I like to try and highlight to founders is that the more experienced founders that you come across when it comes to raising money, people that have been through 5, 10 plus capital raising rounds, whether it be with their own company or for other people's companies, you find that they understand that it's a process, and you find that they tend to give themselves more time. In fact, you could almost do a graph which correlates the inexperience of a founder with their expectation of how fast a capital raising is going to take place. Because effectively, as founders, we're naturally impatient and we're also naturally confident, right? From a personality perspective. So for me, what I love to educate and what I've observed in my own experience is give yourself that time. I said, I love the Agile Capital Raising Method and the focus of to always be raising, because what it does is it means that you get to this natural state where you're having conversations with investors, where instead of trying to compress it all within 3 to 6 months, you can have a conversation with an investor every day or every second day, right? Where you're having discussions with either potential shareholders or existing shareholders. And what this does is it gives you momentum, but it helps you understand more about your business as you're building, as you're evolving, as you're going through different stages, and provide you with real-time feedback as well. And so for me, I found it incredibly valuable to be always having discussions with investors. But also what I've noted is that my potential for capital raising capacity has greatly expanded because of that. Whereas when I first started the process sort of 2.5 years ago, I really didn't have awareness. I didn't have many skills in this area because it hadn't been a focus. Even though my strength was in promotional aspect, the actual entire start to finish wasn't mine. So, the key tips from this video is 1, give yourself patience. Think of this as an exercise where over the next 2 years you want to become better and better and better. And if you want to put pressure on yourself to do something in the next 2 to 3 months, then put that pressure to get 50 people into your deal room, to get 50 investors into your deal room. Because if you think about the pipeline of a capital raise, the first stage is awareness, second stage is consideration, the third stage is decision. And so what you'll find is naturally over time, you will naturally raise money if you've got that focus of just driving people into your room, because you'll naturally have more conversations, you'll naturally improve your skill set, especially if you've got the awareness to be sort of analyzing, to be looking for ways to improve, getting intelligence on your capital raise, etc. So the high level of this video is, people overestimate what they can achieve within a 2-month period, but underestimate about what they can achieve over a 2-year period. And as I said, the beautiful thing about this journey is that you can be consistently raising for your business and building up those milestones and building up value. But the biggest thing I want to translate is, I want you to have the confidence when it comes to raising capital. I want you to have confidence that all you really need to do is keep on filling your pipeline with potential investors, because you have got the confidence in your own skill set to actually raise that capital. Rather than actually handing that confidence over to someone else to do the raise for you, right? Because you don't learn anything from that process, because you're just taking information from whoever's working on it for you. Learn directly, get the rejections directly, go through the emotions of it yourself. But then as that starts to stabilize, just as I said, every day make it your focus to try and have at least conversations with one shareholder or one potential investor. Even if it's every second day, it's completely fine. It doesn't take much time. Make it only 30 minutes conversations, make it coffee catch-ups. The more natural and relaxed you come to this process, the stronger you're going to be in the long run.